Number 30. The list shows the weight in pounds of 6 puppies at birth. What is the mean absolute deviation of the numbers? Okay, so first, you need to determine what is the mean. Oh, the mean is just another word for average. What is the average? Okay, so if you add up these 6 numbers, so if you add up these 6 numbers, you get 3 plus 1.6 plus 2.8 plus 2.5 plus 1.7 plus 2.8. Let me redo that. I must have fat fingered a key. All right. 3 plus 1.6 plus 2.8 plus 2.5 plus 1.7 plus 2.8. You get 14.4. And there are 6 items. So 14.4 divide that by 6. That's going to give you the average. This is called X bar. Right here that I'm pointing to with an arrow, that's called X bar. That means mean, which is the average. So if I take 14.4 and then I divide that by 6 items, it's 2.4 per item. So I'm going to write that down. 2.4 per item. And if you'll notice, there is a 2.4. And here's why I don't like to rely solely on the calculator. 2.4, we're not done. This is just the average. We want to know the mean absolute deviation. So we first have to find the average. And then we can see how far off. So 3, the difference between 3, that's what deviation means, is difference. It doesn't really care if it's positive or negative. It's just how far away, how different is this? So for 3, the deviation is 0.6. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just make a table out of this. Oh, not that. Let's go solid. We'll make it black colored. 3. And then we've got, let's see, 6 altogether. 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. For 1.6, the deviation is 0.8. For 2.8, the deviation is 0.4. For 2.5, the deviation is 0.1. For 1.7, the deviation is 0.7. For 2.8, the deviation is 0.4. All right. So now we know what the deviation is for each of those items. So for each puppy, this is how far they deviate from the average. Well, we're not done yet. We want to know the mean absolute deviation. So this is absolute deviation. Now we want to know what the mean of that is. We want to know what the average is. Okay, let's go back to our friendly calculator. Let's clear everything. All right. So what we're going to do is add up the absolute deviation, and then we come up with a mean. So 0.6 plus 0.8 plus 0.4 plus 0.1 plus 0.7 plus 0.4. They come up with 3. However, we don't want to know what the sum of the absolute deviation is. We want to know what the mean is. So I divide that by the number. So I divide 3, which is the sum of our deviation. I divide that by the number of puppies we have, and we get 0.5. 0.5 is the mean absolute deviation. So I'm choosing F. Let's see if it's right. Let's go check it. And there you have it.